Welcome back to LCA TV Channel 15 in Colchester, Vermont. Today is another special day here in our beautiful studio. We are very proud to have a great band with many guests, the families of the musicians, and there is a lot of audience. And if you go to Facebook, you're going to find more than 2,000 people who said, yes, I like it, I'm ready to go there, engagements and more. So we also have to be very thankful to all those who are voting, because we are going to be hosting the third show with Nobby Reed, his trio, and today is going to be the Nobby Reed Project Reloaded Part 2. So please, that is very important here. Music and good blues on television. I am very proud to present Bob Weisberg, who is coming to sing and play the guitar fantastically. He's a wonderful friend of the band, so please give him a bow. We need the energy here. A few months ago in Westford, very near my home in Fairfax, I knew a guy whose name is Bruce Leclerc. He was playing his little beautiful cigar box guitar, and he was playing wonderfully. So he's here today, invited by Nobby Reed. Mrs. Cohen Slim is an old associated to the band, so he will be playing today more instrument than the last time, so he's going to play also the guitar, and he's in the back here. And one of the greatest saxophones in America, whose name is Joe Moore. He also has his own band. He has been here already with Dennis Wilmot, the Left Eye Jump. I had the pleasure to be with him, playing music with my DJ boxes there in Westford. He's here today with his tenor saxophone. So thank you very much, Joe Moore. We also have a great singer and harmonica player. We have a lot of harmonica players in Vermont. His name is Bob McKenzie. And he's going to be here singing and playing today. And the regular trio, the working band of Nobby Reed, Mr. Ward Delaney is on bass. And Eddie Burrows, who have been there for more than 35 years playing the drums. Thank you very much.
Did you say 45?
Yeah, 35 years, because he was dreaming since he was a child to play with you. And here we have the king of the guitar, blues in Vermont. And I have to say that some of the last show that we are making, people are now getting in the groove of our music here, and they have been picked up by other sister stations, the public access station on Comcast, and we are being watched, all these guys, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New York, New Jersey, and Washington, D.C. So maybe today we're going to be watched in California. Thank you very much for having us, and welcome to the Church of the Blues with Nobby Reed Project Reloaded Part 2. Thank you very much. And on the other side of the set, we have the incredible Rebecca Badula, who is a musician too, and she's half of my heart there with all the machines, the cameras, editing, and this is a great pleasure. Thank you very much also to the family of the band. Thank you very much.
Big boss. Hear me when I call. A big boss man. Can you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just show that you're just a man. Working around the clock, one little drink of whiskey, sure won't make me stop. Big boss man, can you hear me when you call? Well, you ain't so big, you just tell her that you're just a man. Blow your horn, Joe. me right. Work hard in the daytime, sure get stoned at night. Big boss man. Oh, can you hear me when I call? When I call. Well, you ain't so bad. Oh, now you just talk. That's good. Come on, Whiteberg, give me some of that Stratocaster. Big boss man. Can you hear me when I call? Oh, big boss man. Oh, can you hear me when I call? Well, you ain't so big. You just told us just about.
Joe Moore. His name is Joe Moore, but he loves that we call him Joe Moore. And today he's soprano with the tenor saxophone. But in Westford, I saw him playing all the kinds of flutes. So like Roland Kirk.
Yeah.
That's a good show. And he's in our photo exposition with his band in Westford, in the Green, in a beautiful concert that we had the pleasure to share. I opened for him, playing my disc there. That was a wonderful thing.
That's right.
And you made a story about your life in music, that you have been living here for more than 3 decades now.
Yes. Yeah, I have. I have been living here for since '75. I come here in '75, and I've been playing around this area for that long. Different bands, different musicians, and all for since that time. Yeah.
I went to see you many times in the Lincoln Inn, that now is on tap.
Yes.
You're playing with your band there.
Yes, on tap, and other clubs that's around, and try to get as many places to play as possible. And I play with lots of different people. So
The House Rocker, Nobby Reed.
yeah, Nobby Reed,
Dennis Wilmot.
the House Rockers, Dennis Wilmot. Yep.
Dave Keller.
Dave Keller, been playing with the X-Rays since '88, and then we played with my band, and it's a lot of bands that I'm trying to think. I played with a band called Still Kickin', and other bands. I can't think of them all, but yeah.
Well, you have the ability that you can sing and play a lot of saxophones.
Yeah.
Baritone, alto, tenor, everything. And the flutes now.
Yeah, the flutes. They're not flutes. They're penny whistles. They're chieftain penny whistles. I used to play in a soul band in Canada and all over Canada and Newfoundland. And I first heard penny whistle in Newfoundland, so I actually, we was playing a show there, and we had this Irish band open up for us, and I never heard a penny whistle before, and I asked the girl who was playing, what is it? She said, it's a penny whistle. So I love those instruments, so I decided to come back to Boston. When I came back to the States, and I bought some penny whistles, and I learned how to play the penny whistles. Because when you're sitting in the hotels in different places, you want to practice and stuff.
Yeah,
sometimes you
keep your
can't
fingers active.
keep your fingers limber, and you can't play the saxophone in those places, so you play the penny whistle. So
Beautiful, and that gives you more inspiration.
yes, it does.
You made a good solo on Western, man, with that flute.
Yeah, the flute I learned. I've been playing that for some time now, and they are called penny whistles because used to couldn't buy them for a penny, but now they're very expensive, and you have all different kinds. So,
And your story about with Wilson Pickett, he gave you a big chance to appear with him.
yeah, I played with Wilson Pickett. I was with Wilson Pickett in my teens, and right after high school, and Wilson Pickett came to town, and we played at the what is the Orange Memorials, something like in Orlando, Florida, and all the high school kids came out to hear me play and stuff like that. They all got my autograph and everything like that. Yeah, and so Wilson Pickett, and I was at been all the places at the time, Howard Theater, the Apollo Theater, and out west, and all those places like that. And so I've been all around the country with him.
So you brought all the fire of Florida to Vermont.
I'm sorry?
You brought all the fire,
Yeah.
the heat.
Oh, yeah. I brought all that with me. I learned all that stuff when I was out on the road with different bands, and Wilson Pickett and a lot of other bands out there when I was out there on the road traveling all around the country.
And you have been keeping that voice of the soul music and the funk.
Yes, keep the soul music. That's how I cut my teeth on the soul music. Ever since when I was in my teens, all the way up with Wilson Pickett and Billy Stewart and James Carr and Aretha Franklin and Joe Tex and all those people like that, and so I've been trying to keep the fire going within me here, So it's all in me what I learned from those people.
And you have very easy people to jam with, because I have seen you many times playing with many people. That's why I could mention that.
Yeah. Because different genres. I learned from different old elder musicians when I used to play with them in my teens, and they were telling me how to play and what to play and when to play and what to listen to, and that's what I've been doing in my teens, and I just that's in my library of thought.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Joe.
Yeah, thank
Joe
you.
Moore, ladies and gentlemen, the wild man of the saxophone in Vermont.
Well, you should have never said you love me when you laid across my folding bed, baby. You should have never said you love me when you laid across my folding bed. Drinking your white lightning, baby, talking all out of your head. Baby, that's all right with me. You said, daddy, sugar, that's all right with me. You could have my kiss and love it, but don't you throw it in the deep blue sea.
You should have never said you loved me when you laid across my folding bed. You should have never said you loved me when you laid across my folding bed. Honey, you was drinking your white lightning, baby, talk all out of your head. You should have never, baby. No, never, baby. You should have never said you loved me when you laid across my folding bed. You should have never said you loved me when you laid across my folding bed. Honey, you was drinking your white lightning, baby, talking all out of your head. You said, baby, 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 that's all right with me. You said, daddy, 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 sugar, that's all right with me.
Church of the Blues, that's what that's called. Thank you.
Tony. Glad
All
to
the
be
guys
here.
are very familiar here, so you are our new guest.
Thank you. Glad to be
Beautiful.
here. Yes, I guess he needed a rodeo clown, so they invited me, and I filled in for the spot.
Beautiful.
Always glad to join Nobby when he's playing. He's a wonderful musician. Great
I have followed you
inspiration.
play with him many times, huh?
Many times, going back to probably the late '90s. Nobby and I have probably jammed 6, 8 times. Always a pleasure. Always a great source of inspiration.
Beautiful. So I could find that you studied at the Northern New Hampshire University.
Yes, used to be New Hampshire College, now Southern New Hampshire University. That's where I studied. Not music, however, but it was always a passion of mine. And I had a friend that also played guitar, and we both had Ovation guitars at the time, so we struck up a friendship and began playing a duo, and did quite a number of instrumental things as well as with some vocals. And that was a good deal of fun. We did a few pub gigs, and that was my first sort of getting my feet wet into performing.
Beautiful. And now you have a band?
The Dog Catchers, yeah, it'll be 30 years next year that we've been together. Sort of a Burlington-based band. Originally got some airplay on WIZN back in 1989 through 92. We got a fair amount of airplay, and it's pretty exciting hearing your song on the radio. That's quite a pleasure.
Beautiful.
Really
So
is.
you have made some recording with the band?
We had done a bunch of studio recordings and really hadn't intended to have a band. And once some members of existing band graduated UVM and moved on, I sort of entered and we became the Dog Catchers. So
Beautiful.
been
So-
30 years next year. So
Oh, 30 years. We have to celebrate
that was
it here.
the brothers. Phil Peary is a good friend of mine. I originally met him in 1980 through a drummer, Alan DeRocher. And Phil's brother, Steve, is the bass player in the band. And there's a brotherly connection there that's it's very real. And they're very studied. Great musicians. I'm honored to be with them. They really raised my game.
Beautiful. And you compose music too?
I suppose I've improvised to a number of pieces Phil Peary has written. So I suppose the writing credits go to him. And but I've done a number of improvisations on recordings, and used to be cassette tapes back in the day, and then the CDs and such. But yeah, we did a very small marketing job on that. We were always very interested in playing, but not as much interested in the business end of the music. Just self-satisfaction.
Well, you have a great crowd that goes to see you playing in the Brave Waters in Burlington.
Yeah, unfortunately they are no longer, but we had a great time playing there, and we hope to be at the South Burlington Nights Out next year as part of their event, and hopefully some other new gigs coming up. Smitty's Pub in the north end of Burlington is always a friendly place to see us. Good old Smitty's, and you know, some of the Legion halls. You know, we play a handful of small gigs. We're not quite as busy as Nobby Reed. Nobby is out there to play all the time, and that's a great thing.
Oh, beautiful.
He's Nobby's and his band are very committed. They're a great group of musicians, and I'm honored to be playing with them. And it's great to be here tonight.
Mary Mac, she dressed in black. There were buttons running down her back. I know 'cause I love her so. She ain't broke a needle now, she can't sew. Walking the dog, oh, walking the dog. But if you don't know how to do it, gonna show you how to walk the dog.
Mr. Bob, wise man on the vocals. He's walking his dog.
Nobby is very accepting of other musicians that are not quite as gifted as he is. And he's got a great gift and a tremendous talent. But he sees things in other people and in their style and in their playing and their tonality and their phrasing that he recognizes something that he appreciates. And it's an honor to be recognized by Nobby for that. I really deeply gratified by that. He's a hero of mine and very much a legend. Nobby's been a legend for decades now. And many friends of mine have great respect for him, as do I.
Very good to know. The audience needs to know that too, because this is like the newspaper of the air, the television,
Yes.
the radio. We have to put people on the media. And in your musical career, your life, and your trajectory, you have some people that you admire many much.
Oh, very much. Jeff Beck, probably my biggest influence and inspiration, along with Roy Buchanan. I've had the great fortune of meeting both of them and discussing guitar and just shooting the breeze. Really great honor for me to meet those guys. They were a huge inspiration to me as growing up and continue to be so. And there was always a greatness to their music, an individuality to their sound that I really admired. And they've been a great influence on me and a lot of fun to listen to.
And you have great fond memory with a musician like Miles Davis.
I love Miles. I've seen Miles a couple of times. A wonderful musician. Wonderful musician.
And Stanley Clarke?
I've met Stanley Clarke. Wonderful man. Wonderful man. He's a giant of a musician, and his bass playing is groundbreaking. Really excellent bass player, and worldwide talent. Stanley Clark's known worldwide.
We have a hero in our show whose name is Mark Stephen Hagan.
Mark and I go way back. There's another guy that would jam with guys that didn't have quite as much talent as they did. This goes back to high school days at Burlington High School. Mark would seek people out. There were very few guitar players back in Burlington High School in the 1979 through 81 days, and Mark would seek people out, and you knew that you had his approval if you were invited back. If you weren't invited back, you knew it was a one-time thing. Hey, it's been great. But Mark, from a very young age, developed a love for music and a passion for it, and I've always admired what he's done. And we've always had a great rapport. Mark and I have jammed together many times over the years, and we used to do these semi-weekly studio jams in his basement on Maple Street, the Stephen Hagan compound, down in the basement, and a lot of great memories go with that. And Mark was one of the first guys that gave me a real shot in the arm, that let me know that what I was doing was all right, and not just another guy that got a guitar and wanted to play loud.
is some kind of way out of here. Said the Joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine. Come and dig my earth. Number level online. Nobody of it is worth it. I say, to get excited. The thief he kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel they're nothing but a joke. Oh, amen. This is not our fate, so let us not talk falsely now. The hour is getting late. Come on, Bob Weisberg. Princess kept the hill, Lawfoot servants that came and went, barefoot servants too. Outside in the cold distance, oh, wild jagged ground. Two riders were approaching, and I heard Joe Moore on his horn, blinking to blow hard. Come on, Joe.
taking the roof off the place.